Welcome back, class. So last time we learned about the writing of the logical expressions from the logical gates, that how we can actually write the expression, how we can derive the logical diagrams in the terms of the gates, and from the gates how we can write the expressions, and how we can simplify using the De Morgan's rules. Okay, so that was the first part of this chapter, that we learned about the simplification of the logical expressions. Okay, so in the second part we are actually going to learn about the sum of product and the product of sum expressions. Okay, and then how we can actually simplify the logical expressions. So in the last part we learned about that there are 12 Boolean algebra rules, and by using those rules we can simplify the logical expressions. Okay, but there are another very quick way, which is called K-map rule. Okay, so we are going to learn about this thing, that how by using this one, okay, we can simplify our logical expression. So this is very quick and very easy rule. Okay, like if we have a complex expression, we can easily simplify them using K-map. So before going to the K-map, let's have a look at the SOP and POS form. Okay, so SOP is the sum of product form, and POS is called product of sum form. Okay, so any Boolean expression, okay, we can write them in the form of SOP and product of sum. Okay, for example, these are the expressions. Okay, A complement B complement C. So this is the product of three literals, and this is the product of two literals. Okay, and you are adding them. Okay, so this is the sum of product terms. Okay, again, sum of product terms, sum of product terms. So this is called sum of product form. Okay, so we can convert the sum of product form to the product of sum by using the De Morgan's rules. Okay, so we know that, like if you are having the product, if you take complement, we can convert that to the sum. Okay, so similarly the vice versa. Okay, so the other form is called product of sum. Like these are the two literals A plus B, and these are A plus C. Okay, so they are being added and then being multiplied. Okay, so this is called product of sum. Okay, again, the sum and product of sums. So these are the two expressions, okay, widely used in the digital circuit, sum of product and product of sums. Okay, so now we learned in the first part that we can actually simplify these expressions. Okay, so that we can get the minimum number of gates. The idea of simplification is we can reach to the minimum number of gates requirements with which we can actually implement our digital logic. Okay, whatever logic we are going to implement. Okay, so if you look at this expression, the sum of product or the product of sum, so basically here, like you see, we have three variables A, B and C, and A and B. Okay, these are the product terms, and they are being summed. Okay, so this is the sum of product form. Okay, but the standard sum of product form is that in which each variable is appearing in each product term. Okay, so the standard form of the SOP is this, that each variable in the domain must appear in each term. Okay, each variable in the domain must appear in each term. Okay, for example, let's say I have this example. Okay, these are three literals. Let's say this is the one, and this is another product. Let's say this is another product term. Okay, let's say this is another product term. So I have four product terms here. Okay, so basically this is sum of product terms. Okay, now I have three variables here, or three literals. Okay, so each variable is appearing in each term. Okay, so A, B and C, A, B and C, A, B and C. So this is the standard form. Okay, so if the form look like this one, okay, this is also SOP, sum of product form, but this is not the standard form. Okay, standard form is each variable appears in each term. Okay, so sometimes when we get non-standard form of the SOP and you want to convert that to the standard form, then what we do, we apply the rule. Okay, and that rule is that we multiply this. Okay, we multiply that term in which the actual variable is missing with the summation of the dat variable and its complement. Okay, so if we multiply with dat, we can convert the non-standard SOP to the standard SOP form. Okay, so we can multiply the missing variable and its conjugate to dat product term. Okay, to make the non-standard to the standard form. So, okay, this is an example that so this is the non-standard form. Okay, so there are three variables in this. We don't have the third variable. So what we can do, we can multiply this with this term. So with the simplification, we can get the standard form of SOP. Okay, so solve this and we will solve again in the live session. So this is just an example of the SOP in the multisim. Okay, you guys can practice this. So basically by using multisim of the softwares, okay, if we have the logical circuit, okay, so by using that we can actually get its sum of product or product of sum form. Okay, so we learned that if we have the expression, we can make the logical circuit. Okay, but if we have the logical circuit, okay, we can actually make its expression. Okay, but we also get its standardized sum of product and product of sum form using the software also. Okay, so like if this is the logical circuit, okay, so this is its standard sum of product form. Okay, so we can quickly get using the software also. Then the product of sum. Okay, so the product of sum is each variable is being appearing like we have the summations and they are being multiplied, product of sum. So the rule is same. If it is non-standard form, so here we will actually multiply with the A and where we actually sum that. Okay, so here we are actually multiplying with the conjugate. Okay, so if we are dealing with sum of product, we add with the conjugate and multiply with the missing product term. So here we will multiply. Okay, here we will multiply with the A and A conjugate. Okay, not the sum. So to convert the non-standard product of sum to the standard product of sum form. Okay, so again this is example. We will solve this during the live session. Now it's got the K-map. Okay, it's also got Karnaugh map of the K-map. Okay, K-map. So basically, like if you guys have seen so far, okay, if you want to simplify a logical expression, okay, for example, this logical expression, or like let's say this is the one logical expression. Okay, so you can see that this is a quite long logical expression. Okay, we have 4 variables. If you want to simplify this, it will take a lot of time. Okay, and like you should be expert of the Boolean algebra rules. Okay, like you have to simplify the different expression, combine them, apply the Boolean algebra rules, and then get to the results. Okay, so like if you have 3 variables or 4 variables, okay, expressions, and like just imagine like if you are going to the 5 variables, 6 variables. Okay, so the simplification becomes very complicated. So the one way is like we use the softwares. Okay, like this multisim or the other ones, we can get the desired results. Okay, another very simple way, okay, another very quick way, okay, to simplify, okay, the sum of product terms, okay, so that we can reach to the minimum expression, okay, the minimum number of gate requirements expression. Okay, we actually can use actually the K-map. Okay, so usually the K-map we apply with the 3 or more variables. Okay, so in this course we are restricting our analysis to 4 variables. Okay, so the K-map is how we can actually draw the K-map. Okay, so for example, let's take the 3 variable, okay, A, B and C. So what we can do, we can start just drawing 4 rows. Let's make 4 rows and 2 columns. Okay, so we will place our 2 variables here, A, B, and we will place our third variables here. Okay, and we will just write their possible gray code expressions. Okay, so C, it could be 0 and 1. Okay, one variable. A, B, we could have 0, 0, we could have 0, 1. Okay, we are writing gray code. Okay, only one bit change, and then we could have here 1, 1, and we could have 1, 0. Okay, so these are the 4 possible combinations of these 2 variables. Okay, then what we can do, okay, focus here. So this is 0 0, this is 0, so I can write 0 0 0. So 0 here and 0, then 0 0, this is 1, I can write 0 0 1 here. This is 0 1, this is 0, 0 1, this is 1, 1 1, 0, 1 1, 1, 1 0, 0, 1 0, 1. Okay, so this is the table. Okay, if you like have the 3 variable system, so in the 3 variable system, these are the possible combinations which we can get from the different combinations of the A, B and C. Okay, so basically this is 0 0 0. Okay, so and if you want to write in variable form, okay, so I know that, okay, I can write this as A complement, B complement and C complement. Okay, and for example, if you want to write this one, this will be equal to A complement, B complement and C. Similarly, if you want to write this one, this will be equal to A, B and C. Okay, so we can write them using this form, okay, in the form of the like booleans 0 1, or we can also write them in these forms, okay, in the expressions forms, in the product forms. Okay, so whatever product form we are having here. Okay, so like if you convert each one, you can get this table. Okay, so this is the product form, and this, so the easiest way to remember is like draw this like this one. Okay, because if you start drawing using the variables, it will become more complex. Okay, this way is more easier. So this is the drawing of the K map. Okay, so the next question is the simplification. Okay, how we can actually simplify. Okay, so here comes the important role. Okay, now if you want to simplify the K map, okay, so this is just one example that read the terms which are actually appearing. Okay, let's solve this example in the live session. So now I want to focus on this simplifications using the K mapping. Okay, so we know that if we have draw the K map for the 3 variable system, we will get such kind of variable. Okay, so let's say for example the question is simplify this expression that A cross B cross C. So this is the sum of product expression A cross B C. A bar B C bar plus A bar and B C. This is, let's say there is one example, and we actually have to simplify this. Okay, so we know that we can apply the Boolean algebra rules and we can simplify, but it would take longer time. Okay, so what we can do, okay, we will just draw the table, and wherever this product term is appearing, okay, so we know that in the table, if we draw the table, so this is actually 0 0 0. Okay, or in other words, this is actually A cross B cross C cross. Okay, so this table is this cell is actually referring to this product term, so I will just put 1 here. Okay, so the next product term is A cross B C cross. So if you look here, this is 0 1 0. Okay, or this is A cross A bar B C bar. Sorry for the cross, that is bar. Okay, so this cell is actually representing this term, so I will just put 1 here. Similarly, if you look here, this is 0 1 1. So this is actually A bar B C, which is actually referring to this term. Okay, so whatever term I have, for example, I have A B C. Okay, so A B C will be appearing here, so I will just put 1 here. Okay, then for example, let's say I have this term A B bar C. So this is this. Okay, so I will just put 1 here. Okay, and after that, okay, so that is the important thing which you guys learned, that you can map the table, okay, according to your sum of product or product of some terms. Okay, then how we can simplify that I will explain during the live session, that how we can simplify this to get our minimum product forms. Okay, so the procedure is actually explained here, you can guys go through, but I will solve this example during the live session. Then this was the 3 variable. Then we can also make the 4 variable map. Okay, so if you want to make the 4 variable map, okay, the procedure is very simple. Okay, just draw the gray code. Okay, let's have 4 rows here and the 4 column, and now we have 4 variables. Okay, like this is A B, and this is CD. Okay, so again draw the gray code 0 0 0 1. Okay, then we have 1 1 and 1 0. 0 0 0 1 1 1 and 1 0. Okay, now the first cell is what? 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 0 1 1 0 0 1 0. For example, let's write here. So 1 1 0 1 1 1 1 1. Okay, let's write this cell. So this is 1 0 1 0. So I can map draw the 4 variable map. Okay, and if you want to write in the variable form, literal form, this will be equal to A B C D, right? This will be equal to A B C bar D. Okay, this will be equal to A bar B bar C and D bar. Okay, so these are just the different cells which are representing the different expressions. Okay, now if you want to simplify 4 variable expression, so wherever this expression is appearing, okay, here what we have to do, okay, we just put 1 there. Okay, we just put, for example, this is the one expression, so I will just put 1 here. So basically then we actually have to group them and then we can simplify them. Okay, so that I will explain with the example during the live session. So that is actually end of this second part of this lecture and the end of this chapter. Thank you very much for your time.